Michigan Out of Doors Magazine's OD is brought to you by Michigan United Conservation Clubs, protecting Michigan's rights to hunt, fish, and trap for 75 years. And by Williams Gun Sight. Located in Davison, Williams Gun Sight has Mid-Michigan's largest selection of used guns with over 2,000 in stock every day. Check out the website to view inventory and prices. And by MSU Federal Credit Union, helping members achieve their dreams since 1937.
You know, there are a lot of firearm issues going on in the news right now, and the media is really picking up on a lot of different points from a lot of these different issues. Unfortunately, a lot of the times they're reporting on them incorrectly. So here at MUCC, what we've been trying to do is take a look at all the firearm bills that are out there right now at both the state and the federal level and try to report back to you what these bills do and what they do not do. And we also wanted to see out in the field, what's it like for the folks that are in the firearms business, that are selling firearms. So we stopped over to Williams Gun Sight and to try to get it straight from the horse's mouth.
It's been kind of crazy around here. We've had a lot of increase in sales of everything from ammunition to pistols to long guns, and then we don't have the ability to resupply those because the manufacturers just can't keep up with the demand right now across the country. The first part of January, Governor Snyder signed a bill that the counties were no longer giving out purchase permits for pistols. So those customers are just coming into a federal firearms dealer and we're filling out the 4473 background paperwork like we would on a long gun, and we make the phone call and the federal government tells us if we can release that pistol to that customer. We've had an increase of people coming in. There's still customers that don't have a clue about that don't know that they don't have to go get a pistol permit, that know they can just come right in here. It's helped a lot of people out in a way that, you know, you'd come in here and be shopping, and now you used to have to go down to your county and get a pistol permit and then come back, and it was kind of a headache for a lot of people. A lot of times they had to make 2 trips just to buy one handgun. So that's been, they still have to pass the background checks, but that's been weeded out so they can actually come in here and get something they want that day.
Well, retail sales have obviously been very strong. Firearm sales, home protection, personal protection, ammunition that goes along with it. Everything's been very strong. The concern obviously is that we may lose our ability to own or purchase certain firearms and certain ammunition or magazines or whatever. So I think a lot of people are concerned and they want to be able to get their product now. What I read, other state legislatures are doing different things to try to limit firearms, which I think is obviously a big mistake. But here in Michigan, I think we're pretty lucky from what I can see and what I read. We've got a legislature that seems to be very responsive to the sportsmen, seem to be very responsive to Second Amendment issues, and all I can say is thank goodness for our pro-gun legislatures. Sometimes I'm concerned that we as sportsmen and firearm owners and Second Amendment lovers, we do our own thing, we're in our own little world, but we need to wake up. We need to realize that there's strength in numbers. We need to organize. MUCC does an awesome job of pulling everybody together, the different organizations. And whether we're bear hunters or hound hunters or whatever we do, we need to understand that it's only by pulling together and in one voice, in numbers, and which is all politicians listen to, are numbers. We need to stick together. And this Second Amendment issue, we can't rest on assuming that the NRA and everybody else is going to take care of it. We need to be actively involved. We need to be members of MUCC, members of the NRA. We need to be involved.
Tom is correct. We do have a legislature right now, fortunately in Michigan, that has been very supportive of firearms and firearm owners and our Second Amendment rights as well. MUCC has also been trying to track and keep up with all the bills that are out there right now. There are a lot of bills that are in the Michigan legislature. Many of them are very good bills. Some of them that we've been tracking right now are Senate Bill 49, which would exempt certain firearm licensing information from Freedom of Information Act requests. There was an issue in New York that happened in January of 2013 where a newspaper published the names and addresses and also put a map in its paper of all of the firearm owners that were in the paper's coverage area. This kind of bill, Senate Bill 49, would protect Michigan's firearm owners from that same sort of thing from happening to them. We're also looking at Senate Bill 213, which would streamline the process for obtaining a concealed weapons license. House Bill 4027 would allow employees or customers to transport and properly store firearms and ammunition in a parked and locked vehicle while in a parking lot or parking garage. And also, House Bill 4308 abolishes the permit to purchase requirement for person-to-person sales or inherited firearms. We do have to tell you that there are also some bad bills out there that are not very respectful of law-abiding citizens and our Second Amendment rights. We will also be keeping track of those and reporting to you on those. Best place to get that information is mucc.org or michiganoutofdoors.com. What we also need to be doing, as Tom mentioned earlier, was contacting our legislators, both at the state and the federal level. You can contact them easily by going to the websites that are on the screen right now and either calling them up or sending them a simple email. But let them know that firearms and the Second Amendment are things that are very, very important to you, and you would like to see them vote accordingly.